Yesterday, we had the opportunity to interview this guy here. He's the owner of DC Canna Coffee. He's a local DC restaurant owner, and he had this little interaction with a Hispanic Uber driver, and we'll play that here. And let me cut the volume up.
America, this isn't you getting money in America. Learn English. I don't give a fuck. Learn it. Learn it. You riding on the roads, learn English. Fuck about that shit. Learn English. Learn English. Learn English. Learn English. This ain't your fucking country. This ain't your fucking country. Learn English. Learn English. This ain't your fucking country. What's wrong with you? Fuck wrong with you, boy? You better learn English. Hey. Learn English.
Insultando, no entiende ni madre lo que me está diciendo. La tienda. You better get on.
And so yesterday,
In America, you need to learn it.
And so yesterday I went down to this guy's restaurant, and you can see some of the footage here. You can also see this on our stream. Here is the stream here. Let me see what the name of that stream was. It's Going Trucking with HB2N Open Panel. This was yesterday. You can find it here if you want to take a look at it. Stream live on September 19th. And here's one of his friends here that, kudos to him. He was there supporting his buddy. You can kind of see, you may be able to hear some of the conversation.
I've been riding bike, man. I'm sweaty as hell. You got time? Oh, you can do it later if you want. We got a call in number. You can call in. Oh, okay. You just ring.
Show him your screen to show him your panelist, John, so he don't think you're trying to rob him.
Do you want to talk about it? From as much as you can talk about your perspective. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, what's your channel? What's your channel? What's your channel? So people, what's your name, my man? What's your channel? If you mind. Okay. Is that your YouTube channel? Oh, okay. Okay. Chosen. You got YouTube or Twitter, Instagram? Do you know? That's what I said. We got. You can call in if you. I'll show you my YouTube. If your man, whatever. Yeah.
And as you'll see here later, and this may have been the end of the stream. You'll see where all of the reporters start coming up, and they were kind of gloating or gleeful to see that his restaurant, and I'll tell you about that later, but they were eventually shut down. And I'll share that stream with that link with you here. So after that interaction with the Uber driver, all hell came falling down on him. And here's one of the things that he mentioned here, that you see here, DC coffee shop where man berated driver was ordered to close. DC coffee shop closes after berating driver. The saga of Canna Coffee, cookie, ice cream, burger, wing spot keeps getting stranger. We won't go into all of these articles today, but you'll see here DC Health shuts down Canna Coffee. So yesterday when I was there, a lot of the reporters kept coming up to taking pictures of his health certificate and asking, could they go in and buy a cup of coffee? Would it be legal? Would it be okay? Could he serve them a cup of coffee? And he kept his buddy, the one that you saw earlier, he kept declining their advances to come in and buy a cup of coffee, things like that. But I kept talking to the buddy, and he went and talked to the owner, the Greg Harris, the guy who had the interaction with the Uber driver, and we finally got a chance to talk to him. And I can share some of this video with you here. This is in his office. He allowed me to come back. He was very frank, very nice guy, I will say. Very intelligent guy, very business-minded guy, I would say. And I think that, honestly, to me, he seems very apolitical, and I think that he got himself involved in a political situation that's far over his head or interest. So I'll see if I can play a little bit of this interview with you. And you can see this is in his office in the rear of the restaurant here. And let me go towards full screen. And we'll just play a little bit of this article, this interview.
And then you could probably better tell your side of the story. Now, you're going to be streaming Monday on your website, right? Monday. Are you able to come on with us after you do your thing? Yeah, I can do that. All right, so what I'm going to do when we get here, when I get up here, we'll exchange information. And then hopefully I can get you on Monday, man. I hope everything works out for you as well. Yeah, ain't nothing going to not work out for me. There you go. That's the attitude there, right? Hey, you got to have that attitude for real. Yeah. Hey, so what I want to ask you one immigration question. Dude,
I don't know about immigration, brother.
Yeah.
This wasn't an immigration thing. I didn't make reference to where he was from, how he got here, to where to go back to. I have no clue about that.
You just wanted to speak English.
Yeah.
And see, that is, I think, the issue where I think that he was very apolitical. Him telling the guy to speak English, he didn't see that as an immigration thing. He didn't see that as political. He's apolitical. He's running a restaurant. He has Airbnbs upstairs. And now DC government is threatening him with a crime, I guess an assault, and the additional crime of a hate crime for telling the guy to speak English and the disagreement that they had there. And it brought me my mind to, there was another guy, another black guy that has also been charged with a hate crime for violence inflicted upon a Hispanic. And here is that headline. I'll share that with you. And this happened in the Clinton Hills section of Brooklyn. Cold-blooded killings of migrant prompts hate crime charges against New York City parks worker. Hell no, I didn't have a gun that night, the suspect allegedly told police. This happened back in August. And we can take a little bit of this video.
You know what they say, most who come.
And of course, there are ads on there. But anyway, so this migrant worker was killed by a parks worker. And ironically enough, I had recently visited the park to do some live streaming, and I'll share with you a view of that park and how this parks worker, seemingly his job was to clean up this park where all of these migrants gather every day, congregate. You'll be able to see for yourself, judge for yourself how the appearance is. And so this guy, he killed the migrant, black guy, near this park in Clinton Hill, and they charged him with a hate crime. So let's take a look and see if the article is back playing now. It is.
Days later, they say Mitchell came. A man who was working as a temporary city parks employee is now indicted for murder of a migrant inside Steuben Playground. The Brooklyn district attorney indicted 23-year-old Elijah Mitchell. They say Mitchell was angry about migrants living in the park and got into a fight with the victim on July 18th. 3 days later, they say Mitchell came back to the park, shot the victim in the chest, killing him. Mitchell was charged with murder as a hate crime, among other charges.
Again, this makes the second, at least, black man that I'm aware of that has been charged with a hate crime.
You know what they say, most.
And that's typically not something we typically see. We typically see a white man being charged with a hate crime against a black or Hispanic person, but now we have a black man, two black men being charged with hate crimes against Hispanics. The one very well could have been a hate crime, but the second one seemed rather benign, to toss around hate crimes against someone. And I'll show you that part that we visited just for you to get an idea of what that part, how that part looks on a day-to-day basis if you had to go about and clean that part. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see. And you can take a look for yourself. This part is on our immigration playlist. Let me share my screen and you'll see, among other things, you'll see the park where the worker was tasked to clean up apparently, and he got tired of cleaning up after the migrants and decided to kill one of them, commit murder, and he's paying the consequences for that. So if you want to find that video of that area in Brooklyn, here it is. You'll see the headline, African Migrants in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. We'll take a look at the video. It's only 17 seconds here.
It's amazing, man. Oh, that is amazing. Huh? That is amazing, no? Let me cross this. That is amazing. That is amazing. Huh?
And that is that was African migrants in Clinton Hill. And again, if you want to see more of our immigration coverage, you can go there. We have a playlist of all the immigration news. But back to these two guys, two black guys, encountering a brave new world here where their interactions, any conflict with a migrant, the government will come down and crack their head and put a hate crime charge on them. What's most interesting about the migrant situation here in DC is that this used to be Chocolate City. You never would have imagined that a black guy with a black mayor and a black police officer, police chief, would be charged with a hate crime for a mere, disagreement with a migrant. Sure, maybe you can charge him with assault for pushing the bag into his chest, but a hate crime? Again, this guy is saying, hey, I didn't say anything about where he was from. Anyway, it's a brave new world out here, and this black guy got his black card revoked, and the other guy, well, clearly he was charged with a hate crime as well, but he did seriously commit a crime. And I think that this clearly shows that the migrants are going to be our new the new baby, the new government protected class, that if you ruffle a feather on their head, then you very well could be charged with a hate crime, just like this DC restaurant owner. Anyway, I thought this was interesting. If you guys have liked or subscribed, feel free to like and subscribe. And you can also check out all of our other immigration coverage on our information playlist. And in the morning, of course, you can catch Gone Truck on HB2N or any other time. We stream 24 hours a day. Once again, this is a quick recap of 2 hate crime charges against black men for interactions with Hispanics. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you.